Alright, what's going on, guys? Here, and welcome back to another XDefiant mini review again. And this one's gonna be a little shorter than the last one. I'm not gonna leave any gameplay out, but I can post gameplay if y'all want me to. Just leave in the comments. I'd love for me to post like the rest of this uncut gameplay if you want me to. But I just want to get to the points on the factions I used, my experience with them in the game, and my loadouts that I used. And I will give credit to whoever I got these loadouts from if I did get them from them. If I didn't, then I'll say I made them myself, and you can use them however you please, and I'll even say what is like adjustable for your playstyle. But yeah, let's get into the details on the factions. You can see I'm playing the Phantoms mostly in this gameplay, and there is 2 matches in this game, but they will be slightly cut to be a little shorter to like take out some of the boring parts, like toward the end of the game, where that loading screen and stuff like that, well, ending screen. But we'll get into that when we get there. Let's jump into the factions and let me talk about them. So as you heard me earlier, I did say I played the Phantoms the most in this open session, which is true. I did. I used them for not more than an hour. I didn't get like a lot of time to play the game, but in my time, I used these guys the most. Mostly because of the mag barrier hardened and the ultimate. The ultimate's not my favorite, but it is really fucking good. The mag barrier is probably my favorite ability in the game. It's definitely up there with Echelon. I'll get into them in a little bit later. And their trait, when you get extra health, is really handy, especially if you're playing like a rush character. If you're playing rush like me, where you're just going head first into battle, it's really fucking good. But obviously, it's not everyone's cup of tea, and that's all right. But they're definitely top 3 in my opinion. I'll probably get my top 3 later on in this, but they're definitely up there. So let's move on to Echelon. All right, Echelon. Let's talk about Echelon. Okay, so with Echelon, they were the ones I used all the time in the closed session when I played that. I really like the intel suit because I played Recon in Black Ops 4. I like having Recon. Like, I like to be able to see where people are at, just to like do better and help my team out. But I'm not playing with a team. I'm playing completely by myself, which kind of sucked, but it's whatever. And their ghillie suit is not the best at all. Like, I don't really like it at all. They're pretty much also like the little quote Warzone build of them, because they have ghost. They have permanent ghost regardless of if you have a suppressor or not, or if you do anything. So you'll be off the radar regardless of what you do, and it can be handy, especially if you're like say playing Dom or playing Occupy, like this. Like you can camp the zone. They won't know where you are. They'll know you're there, but they'll be able to see you like immediately, which can be helpful. But I will admit the 5.7 is by far the best ability in the game, best ultimate at least, because it's just so much damage and it has so much range. And it's a one-shot headshot regardless of how far you're at, I'm pretty sure, and that's fucking great. Okay, so with DedSec, they were okay to me. They're not the best faction in the game, but they're also not the worst. We'll get into that later. Their abilities are a little weird. Spider-Bot is good, probably the best one. It does stun them, and it's like a Tempest in Black Ops 4. I know I can't bring up Black Ops 4, but it's the closest thing I can think of it to my knowledge. And their passive ability is by far my favorite, because you can regenerate a new grenade. It takes like 15 seconds to get it. But their ultimate and their hijack ability are kind of okay. They're not great. I hate with hijack. It's a little weird. It's a little different because you don't get to see how many devices you can hack in your in the cone of where the ability is. You have to see it on screen, and it's pretty much white, and everything on there like blends in with it. So it's kind of hard to tell. So they can fix that. Like put a little notification like at the bottom, like how many gadgets you can like hack in your area. Then that'd be a little bit easier for me to use it, and probably more people to use it, because it's probably just a me thing. I don't know if it's all you, if you guys have the same problem as me, but if so, I hope you agree with me on it. Like they can make it a little bit different to make it easier for people to see it. But I think it's okay where it is. You can see Spider-Bot right here. Yeah, I'll cut the gameplay a little bit because I'm still talking about it after the whole thing, but we'll get into that later. So I'm coming back to do the Libertad because I forgot to do them this entire video. So this is a little bit later. I already finished the video essentially, but the Libertads are obviously the medics of this game. You constantly see these people every fucking where. They're so goddamn annoying to play against, especially if they pop their ultimate and get like 220 health. It's fucking ridiculous. They can just outgun your ass in milliseconds. It's just, oh my fucking god. Brothers, it's ridiculous, but definitely they're top 3. I think later down this video I said like it was Phantoms, Echelon, dead sec and cleaners. The Libertads are above dead cleaners. I don't like playing Libertads. I can see why people like playing them. Excuse me, but I don't. But I definitely see why people like them so much.
Like the fucking cleaners.
So yeah, there's my opinion on the 3 factions we have in the game right now, and 4. Sorry. So it's gonna be Phantoms, Echelon, and Dead Sec for me. Fuck the cleaners. I want to get into the weapons that I use this entire session, like the ACR, the MP7, P90, M4, M16, the M60, RPK, those types. But I'll get into the weapons that I have saved that I used pretty much the entire time. There's only one that I kept changing, and I'll get into that when I get to it. And I'll go into detail into what I used, and I'll even have stats like showing what changed from them. So if y'all like one of those people who like seeing details in them, there you go. I got you covered. Let's get into them, shall we? Okay, so let's talk about the MP5. MP5 is definitely a top tier gun, definitely top 3 SMGs. There's only 4 of them. The Vector's good, but I think the Vector and the MP5 are like the 2 best, like 3rd position SMGs in the game. And when I use the MP5, the little amount I have with it, I loved it. It's very, very good. It reminds me of the Modern Warfare 2019's MP5 before it got nerfed. It's definitely like different. It feels a little different in my hands, I guess, because like the attachment I use. Like I said, well, I use XDefiant news for this, so their tag will be in the description, and also it will be on the tag that you saw earlier with the gun picture up. Whoever I get from them, I will put them in a tag up there so you see who is from and who to follow to get like good sources for classes and stuff like that. But let's move on to the next gun, shall we? I won't have much to talk about the M44. I didn't use it that much, you can see up there, but I used rapid fire, muzzle booster, variable zoom because the ACOG was broken, fabric, and padded. It's a good sniper. It's probably my favorite because I like how fast it is and I like the reload in it. It's similar to the Kar 98 in Warzone and MW 2019, but it's a good gun. It could be a little bit better, but as far as it is, I think it's a pretty balanced sniper rifle. The TAC 50 is obviously going to be the best one, but it's a little too slow for my tasting. But if you're an M44 fan, welcome. If you're not, don't matter. It's just a game. It's just a good gun. That's all I'll say. Okay, now here's where we get to the good stuff. Here's the AK-47. By far my favorite AK in any game I've played. Got the rapid fire, pistol grip, quick mag, quick draw, rear grip, and the removed stock. By far one of the fastest ARs with this whole build. I got this also from, this one was also from XDefiant News. All the ones I'm going to say, like where I got them from, are XDefiant News. So go follow them on Twitter. I will leave their Twitter in the description down below. And I'll pop up on screen whenever I, talk about them. So you might have already seen it before, but I'm going to do it when I finish this. But go follow them there. They have all the news and everything updating the game. But it's very, very good. I do wish the rate of fire was a little bit faster. The recoil was a little bit more lighter. But you win some, you lose some. I think the way it is, I think it's good. I just wish it was a little bit like faster or at least less kick. But it's an AK, so I can't really say much. And plus, the stock's gone. So what can you say? And here is the Bruin of this game, the M249 Saw. There's the stats. Here's the muzzle booster, motor rapid fire, reflex sight, fast mag, and fabric tape. I made this one myself. I think it's an okay build. You can definitely change like either the muzzle or the grip, or hell, if you don't want to use the 60 round mag, go for it. But the 60 round mag makes this thing more viable and more useful because it's like the Bruin from Warzone, faster mag, lower ammo, but still a good chunk of ammo for how much damage this thing does. So you lose a little bit of ammo, you lose a lot of ammo, but you gain more speed, ADS time, and you also get a quick reload, especially for a 60 round mag and a gun like that. You can either use the quick mag or the fast mag. The quick mag is a little slower, but not that much. You won't lose any ADS time with the quick mag, or you can lose some with the fast mag. But it's up to you if you want to sacrifice that ADS speed for a little faster reload speed. So you can pick and choose between those. You gotta have a sight or no sight, but I do recommend a sight because the reflex sight, well, the iron sights on the M249 are not very good. So yeah, pick and choose, but definitely recommend a sight. But definitely can change like the grip and the rear grip or the magazine. It's up to you. Not gonna talk about just much because I didn't use it in game at all. It was just for fucking around trying to figure out like a new gun build. But there it is. It's you can pause it, surge muzzle, stabilizing, tactical reflex, and quick mag. It's the M60 is different. It's not the best gun in the game at all. Like it's better than most M60s we've seen in other games like COD 4 or Cold War. The only CODs I can think of, or even like Battlefield games that have had the M60. It's not as good as those, but it's definitely up there on like one of the better ones. But it's just, it was just a trial and error gun, so don't take it too seriously. And here's the M4. It's bugged with the grip with the attachment I was using, but there's the stats, and the precision stock takes away the stock aesthetically wise. It takes it away. So rapid fire, hand stop, reflex, quick mag. I made this one myself. The M4 is the M4 in like most FPS games. Over reliable. It's not the worst, not the best, jack of all trades. It's definitely gonna get you where you want to go. It's definitely gonna be a starting gun. I'm assuming it's gonna be. If all these guns are gonna be like available on launch, this is from the AK. Well, not the AK. Sorry, I'm watching the AK. You're seeing the AK right now. But the M4 is definitely gonna be the launch gun for assault rifles. Probably it can't be the ACR because the ACR is like one of the best guns of the game. I'll get into that a little bit later with the build I have. But yeah, the M4 is good, but it could definitely be like anything you want it to be. You want to be an SMG? Make it an SMG. You want it to be a sniper? Make it a sniper. It can be whatever you want. It's pretty much like the gunsmith in like Call of Duty. So it's whatever you want to do, you can make it. The good old M16. The M16 is definitely the worst M16 I've used, aside from the Advanced Warfare one. So you got the muzzle booster, chrome line, vertical reflex, and padded. I try to make this as good as I can. It's a 2-shot to the head. It's a 2-burst to the head, but it can fire really quickly if you have the muzzle booster. So if you do land your headshots, you will get kills. So this gun's a headshot only weapon essentially, but you can pick enemies off from long range and help get those assists if you want to, if that's what you're trying to go for. It could definitely make it viable, but I think the M16 does need a bit of a buff when it comes to its rate of fire, for sure. Definitely it's TTK. It does have a slow time to kill. It is a slow M16. It's not the greatest. It definitely should get a little bit of a buff when the game comes out, because I feel like the M16 could be very viable, but in this current state right now, it's not very good. The P90. P90 is definitely the second best SMG in the game. Stats. Here's the build that I got. Barrel extender, rapid fire, super light grip, fast magazine, and the stock is the precision stock. This is also got from XDefiant News. You saw that in the captions. You follow them on Twitter, like I said earlier. They're definitely going to be your favorite. Like the Charlie Intel for XDefiant. That's essentially who they are. They probably might think that's a compliment. I'm not sure how they take it, but they're doing really good on their side, like giving everyone like good builds to use. All their builds have been really good for ones I've used. They've never let me down, but I did not use the Type 51. But we're not here to talk about the P90. The P90 is definitely good. I love the magazine size. That's what I love about the P90 so much in most games. It's its magazine size. It has so much ammo to pour out and so much just. There's not a lot of recoil on the gun, which is good. There's not a lot. Like most P90s, there's not a lot of recoil, but there's a little bit of a side-to-side one. Vertically, it's not a lot, but horizontally, there is a little bit. So might want to get, if you don't want to use theirs, definitely use some horizontal recoil attachments to help with that side-to-side. But other than that, definitely one of the top-tier guns. It might get nerfed, it might not, but I could definitely say get it nerfed. The good old MP7, by far the best gun in this game. Now, here's the stats I have. Rapid fire, angled, fast max, grip tape, and padded. All got this from XDefiant News. And I did use the precision, not the precision, I think I used it was precision. I used the precision stock at one point, and the collapse stock. Both are really good, viable, like, substitutes if you don't want to use the stock that's currently on this one. But definitely, the build I have that was on screen is definitely going to be the best MP5 one. But don't take my opinion for it, but it's just my personal take. But if you want to try it out, if you don't like it, change the stock probably, or the grip. I changed the grip from, I think they had the hand stop, I don't remember. But I know I changed the grip at one point, and whenever the game fully comes out, I will make a video on my personal, I'll make my own interpretation of what the best class setups are for specific things, like for each faction probably when the game comes out. So be on the lookout for that. But definitely MP7 is by far the best gun of the game. It will definitely get nerfed, 100%. And now we have reached the end of this with the ACR 6.8. This is by far the best assault rifle in the game, by far. There's no doubt about it. Got stabilizing grip, vertical, reflex, quick draw, and padded, all from not all from, but the pad I did change. I did change the grip and I changed the stock. Definitely all from XDefiant News. I changed the grip and the stock from precision, I think, to padded was what it said, and I changed the grip from, I think, hand stop to the vertical grip. It just felt easy, felt better to me. Definitely the build they had is really good, but the build I had was, their build they had was a little slower, like ADS wise, so I made it bump up a little bit, but I did sacrifice a little bit of recoil, but it's okay because the gun's easy to control anyway. So like, I don't think I have any gameplay with it, but I will definitely show a little bit of it as well. But well, I'm gonna post. I know I said I wasn't gonna, like, I was gonna ask you guys, do you want me to post the rest of the gameplay up on the channel? I'm gonna post it anyway. After I do this video, after I upload this, I'll post it probably tomorrow with like some music and probably some memes, or I might just do just completely uncut gameplay with no commentary whatsoever. So I'll even put it in the description. It's free use if you use it, as long as you tag me in it. I don't really care. So I'll probably just do that, but definitely be on the lookout for the full-fledged gameplay of this coming out soon. But I think that's all I have to talk about. I don't have anything else to really talk about. The maps, oh yeah, the maps. Let's talk about the maps. The maps are definitely different. They're all unique 3-lane maps. That's just what they are. They're all 3-lane maps. This one's probably my favorite one. I think this is Mayday, I think, or Dumbo. I don't remember what. I forgot what map this is. The one we're looking at. I forgot what this one is. It's Liberty. Liberty. Yeah, Liberty. Liberty's definitely like one of my favorites. I just love the aesthetic of it, and that the head of the statue of Liberty. Sorry, I'm trying not to laugh. I'm trying to think. I'm like, there's a statue of Liberty. I'm thinking of that, and I keep thinking about it. And I like the aesthetic of like just the head just being in the middle of the map. And I think this is the Division, if I'm not mistaken, so I'm assuming the Division is going to be a faction in this game. Probably the first one, and then they'll probably dabble in like Far Cry 3 or Far Cry 5, or they already did 6, they have the Libertad. Well, I think I'm going to end this video here for you all. I hope you all enjoyed this, and let me know in the comments what you want to see and if you're excited to play XDefiant. Because I'm really fucking excited to play this game. So I'm guessing the game's gonna come out in August, like mid-August, like from say the 10th to the 25th. That's when it'll come out. And if it does happen, I don't know what I'll do, but I'll think of something. But I'm gonna let y'all go. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope y'all enjoy this video. And I'll see you all next time.